Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to be telling you what the best characters are in the game. That way you can be excited when you do your polls and know what to look out for. On top of that, I'm going to do $100 worth of polls as well. And this is the $100 without all the first-time purchasing bonus and all that. So you can see a raw $100 value in this game. I'm also going to do my very best to teach you new information you may not know. Like, for example, did you know there's a pity system in this game? Meaning if you poll 9 times, you're guaranteed a 5 star. So go ahead and give me a like if you didn't know that. And subscribe if you want to see more Genshin Impact videos. And let's go ahead and get into today's video. One of the first things you're going to need to know in this game is how the banner ups work. Now, when you start the game, you're going to have a beginner banner that's always there. Once you do 20 total summons on it, it's gone and you're guaranteed Noel. And besides that, it's just kind of like a normal banner, all right? But if you look here on the Ballading Goblets is the current banner up, but this will be replaced by whatever banner is the current one if you're watching this video after 19 days, so this is left. And let's explain how this works. So when you get a 5 star, okay, 50% of the time, that 5-star drop is going to be the Vinti character. See here, percentage of 5-star item drops, 50%. That does not mean 50% of the time you will get this character on this poll. It means 50% of the time when you do pull a 5-star, that 5-star will be this character. Now, keep in mind, it means the exact same thing for the 4 stars here. Now, look at these 4 stars. This is important as we talk about what characters are good. Fishgirl, Zingling, and Barbara, okay? We're going to talk about these characters more later, but keep that in mind. That's here what's on this rate up. But keep in mind here, if the first 5-star character you win in this event wish is not the promotional character, then the next 5-star character you win is guaranteed to be the promotional character, okay? So keep that in mind, meaning if you pull Mona, like I did on this, and then you pull another character, that next character is going to be Vinti. And for that reason, this banner is very good as we start getting into the tier list here to understand, is this a good character? I'm going to give you the short and brief of it. He's a very good character, one of the best characters in the whole game. So this banner right now is not bad, but let's talk about the other characters here. So as we scroll down here, 4-star items. For Event Wish here, the base probability of winning a 4-star item equals 5.1%. So you know it's 0.6% for the 5-star. Look up here. 0.6%, whereas the 4-star is 5.1. So you have a pretty good chance. I've got to say pretty good, but that's 5-star or 5% per poll, okay? Keep in mind, it is not 5% on the 10 poll, it's 5% per poll, okay? Now that doesn't mean when you do 10 of them, it's 50%, because that's not how statistics work. It's not 51% when you do a 10 poll, but it is significantly better than that 0.6%. You get a pretty good amount of 4 stars, I'll say, as you will see when I do the polls here. Now, look at this. The first time you win a 4-star item in this event, there's a 50% chance it'll be one of the characters shown, okay? Meaning either Barbara, Fischel, the Electro chick, or Zingling, the Pyro character. And if the 4-star item you win in the event is, again, not one of the feature characters, then the next 4-star item you win is guaranteed. So now you understand how the banner up system works, which is pretty important when we go to polling heroes, as you will know you're guaranteed basically a character after 9 polls. And if you get 2 of them, one of them will be that character, okay? So you can kind of pity into the banner, and as the banners trade around here and the banners start going to some of these more important characters, then you'll probably want to start pulling on the banners. Now, with that being said, what are these characters we want to look out for? Here's a list of all the different 5-star items that can drop in the game. Currently, Amos's bow is a pretty good 5-star item. To be honest, any of these 5-star weapons are good. You can see here they're the different kind: harps, atlas, spines, etc. Weapons, swords, bows, all that. Okay, the 5-star weapons are pretty good, but keep in mind, getting duplicate weapons is actually kind of important because you can refine them, giving them more and more and more bonus stats. But mostly we're going to be talking about the characters in this, okay? So we're not really going to be covering the weapons as much. That's going to be a separate weapons tier list explanation video. For this one, we're really just going to cover the characters. I'm going to plug this tier list real quick too. That way, the characters that I don't know in detail, you can go check out, and they have build guides as well. This is genshin.gg/tier-list. So this is one way you can check and see what's an S tier, A, B, C, D, etc. real quick if you just want to do it in website form. With that being said, I'm going to go more into detail and kind of explain what characters I've been using, as well as what characters I think are really OP. I also am about to do my $100 pose as well, so please do watch and enjoy that portion. And there's one character in particular that I know I'm about to poll because I did them and recorded them already, that, let me just put it this way, you're going to want to see this, is I fully maxed out a character. I got all 7 of her. Okay, let's talk about characters that are absolute trash And if you pull them, you know these characters are pretty bad, regardless of how much you may like them, okay? Now, let me give you an example, okay? Amber, right off the bat, she's the free character everyone gets. She's pretty trash. I'm just going to throw that out there. There's a lot of better pyro characters than her, and for the move she actually does, she doesn't really do like a whole lot of damage. Only thing she's really good for, honestly, is if you look here, look at the gliding champion, decreases all party members' gliding stamina consumption by 20%. So if you just have her in your party, even if you're not using her at the moment, that's kind of nice, but she's really just not good, okay, unfortunately. Now, this is kind of a cool move here, the continuously taunt thing. But Mona has like a better version of this. Granted, Mona's a 5-star. Amber's a character everyone gets right in the beginning of the game, okay? But if you can combine her, the fire character, and you can combine her with somebody else, okay, they do like overload or something like that, then maybe you got something going because you can put down the taunt. But really, she's just like kind of a crappy utility character, honestly. And I haven't been too excited by her. I've seen other people say that that's kind of their opinion of her too, so she's basically trash. Now, what other characters are kind of trash? Unfortunately, the character they give you right in the beginning from the beginner poll or null out. For this reason, I probably wouldn't even use your polls in the beginner one, maybe instead go for Vinti. I mean, you can get her if you want. You are guaranteed to get her in the first 10 poll, which is kind of nice. But again, really kind of not that important. If you look here at their talents, look at this, okay? The basic attack, all it does is the normal consecutive strike, drains stamina, continuous spinning attacks against all enemies, okay? Now look here. So she does spinning attacks, right? Summons protective stone armor, which is she's an earth character, okay? The shield absorption skill is based on her defense. The shield has the following properties. When her normal and charge attack hit a target, they have a certain chance to regenerate HP for all characters. Possesses 250% absorption efficiency against geo damage, and the amount of HP healed when regeneration is triggered skill is based upon her defense. So she doesn't heal a whole lot in the beginning. In order for her to actually get to heal an amount that matters, you would have to have a whole ton of defense, and the healing doesn't scale good enough into how hard the characters are later. And on top of that, there are other characters that do healing just better, just straight up better. For instance, like Jean, that has an AoE heal you can put down, swap to other characters, and you're still getting the benefits of that AoE without having to do it the way this character does, of having to continually like deal the damage and resist. I don't like the way she heals, because I prefer other characters that kind of heal your party passively, okay? So she's really kind of not the best. Other trash characters might include like the free ones you get, like Lisa. It's a bummer, because when I saw her, I was like, oh boys, we want Lisa. She looks awesome, right? But look at her moves, okay? The only cool move she has is like this giant AoE lightning ball that kind of goes out. She has one big AoE lightning ball, but her normal attacks aren't really that impressive. It's like this little ball of lightning that kind of goes out, okay? And it doesn't really do insane damage. And her third move, summons a lightning rose and unleashes powerful lightning bolts, launches surrounding enemies and dealing electric damage will continuously mid-light. So basically, she puts this ball out, okay? And it goes and zaps people like a plasma ball out, which is cool. It does some damage. But the problem with it is doing damage isn't really enough. You want to do something else. There's other characters that do damage and do something else at the same time, okay? Like Mona is an example, another 5-star, bad example, but this is why this character is bad and the 5-star is good, is Mona both does the AoE thing at the same time while causing enemies to attack them, okay? And applying better effects, actually give a level of CC instead of just doing damage. So you kind of want characters that do more than just one thing, and you want characters that still do something when you swap to a different character, okay? So you're starting to get some points as we kind of go through these characters here. Some other bad characters are going to be like Badoo. The DPS is a little lacking. Another reason Lisa and Badoo kind of aren't amazing, this is Badoo if you want to know, is because while they're 4-star lightning characters, they get massively outshined by a really good 4-star lightning character, which is this character, okay? And she's on the banner up, meaning about half the time you're getting a 4-star, you're going to either get one of hers or somebody else. And on top of it, her moves are nuts, because if you look at the way it works here, she uses a bow, which is great because you can put Amos' bow with her. But then the Knight Rider, you can throw Oz out, okay, which is like this little bird that just constantly shoots and hits people with tons of damage. In fact, I can show you right now. I have this character right here, okay? Check this out. So here's my Mona I was talking to you about. Here's the fish go, which is the lightning chick. So she throws this bird out, okay? And this bird constantly attacks anyone around, as well as kind of doing electrical damage, where when you hit your Q button, you turn into this giant bird, and you go through everybody, stunning and shocking these people, right? Giving them electrical overload. And then at the end, you lay the bird again, so you can layer that with your other bird, and you basically at the end can have your bird out for about 20 seconds at a time, which is pretty nuts, okay? So that, if you pull her, she's absolutely nuts. And on top of it, she's an S-tier character, or top-tier, god-tier, whatever you want to call it, one of the best, probably best 5 characters in the whole game. But she's only a 4-star and within the banner up. So for that reason, she also kind of puts the kibosh on these characters, not so great. And her bird will stay out even if you're not using her. So what you can do is you can have her like this, right? And you just take her and you throw your bird out, like I'll show you, throw your bird out, right? And then you swap over to like Mona, your water character, whoever your water character is, put out a water thing here, right? And then you can combine the water and electrical or water, pyro, you know, whatever it is you happen to be doing, okay? So you can combine those. Now, let's move on to some of the other characters that you really want to see here. Now, Vinti is on the banner up, and if you pull Vinti, congratulations. One of the best characters you can possibly get. If you look at his talents, I'm going to show you why. His basic attack is nice. You can sit there and do with the bow. It's one of the best archer moves. But honestly, that's not really what it is. What it is here is his E is insane. His E move, which is like his common move you can use quite often, absolutely nuts. It does an AoE wind move. Sorry, I'm like not petting my leg. I got a little kitty here in my leg here. She's constantly harassing me. She's sleepy. She wants me to give her attention. So what happens is you can summon this giant AoE, wind AoE, which knocks people up. In fact, I can show you. Sorry, kitty, you gotta go back to my lap here. Look at this. Check this out, right? So you get this character, and what he does is he does this giant AoE, knocks you up, and then you can put your wings out, and you can float, and it doesn't cost stamina. So what happens is you can, if you're trying to climb, you can get this huge boost, jump up, and then hold on to a wall, right? And then jump on another ledge, and then boost again. No, kitty, don't go on there. I'm trying to make a video. So he's really, really, really nuts, okay? One of the best characters. I put him in the God tier too. One of the best 3 characters, if not the best 2 characters in the game. And one of the only characters he really gets outshined by when it comes to like pure DPS is going to be Diluc, which we'll talk in a minute. But we're not done with this guy because his Q button, this move here, right? What it does is it puts this vortex in the middle and everyone gets sucked into the vortex right in the middle like you expect from these moves. Then you can combine it with this move once again to knock everybody up, right? And then go down and smash everybody. Or when you get knocked up, you can go back down, swap over to another character, put the bird out, etc., 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 okay? Plus, the type of damage he does is Anemo, right? So if you look at it here, not many of those characters have that type of damage, which makes him very consistently useful. So check that out. AoE Anemo, or however you pronounce it, Anemo. He has that type of damage, which is really nice to have. On top of it, his big move, the one that sucks everybody in, when it comes into contact with another type, it becomes that type. So you can shoot it through like fire or something, right? And make it become fire and then bring your electrical guy and overload it. However you want to do it. The combos are very, very OP with this guy. There's a lot you can do with him. Some of the other characters that you really want to look for are going to be Diluc. Now, unfortunately, I don't have him, so I can't show him to you, but I can pull him up here in the Wish, okay? I tried pulling for him, and he's the character we're going to be pulling at the end of this video to try to pull for, the redhead guy here. And the reason he is so nuts is, just to put it plainly, he is your mass fire pure DPS. He's basically the best DPS in the game. So if you just need pure burst people down, that is the character you want to pull for, and we could get into why, because basically he has like animation cancel, you can basic attack into like a dash attack back into a basic, and all kinds of cool like combos you can do with that, but I don't have him to show you, unfortunately. And with that being said, the other character you want here is Jean, which is on the front too, because she has mass utility. So what we're going to try to do is pull for some of these characters now. That way, hopefully I can get them, and I can show you some of their moves right now. So we're going to go ahead and do the poll here. Now, the reason I'm not pulling on the other one is I actually don't want a 5-star to be Vinti. What I want instead is a 5-star of something else here. And what I got here was a purple, unfortunately. So we're going to take that purple. All right, we'll take all these. What we'll do is we'll skip through these posts so we don't have to watch all of them here. We'll see what we get. These are all 3 stars. They're just going to be crunched down for food. There's a 4-star Claymore. Is that Claymore? Great sword. I don't think I've had that before. That one, that looks like Skyward Sword right there. Is that a Claymore? What is this guy here? Crit chance, 60% chance. Okay, yeah, it's a Claymore. All right, an energy recharge Claymore. Let's go again. One time, no whammies. Here we go. Come on now. Gold? Oh, that's gold. Okay. Let's go. Come on, give us something good here. Okay. What's it gonna be, man? This could be my chance. Oh, we got 5-star Skyward Pride. Oh, we got a 5-star Claymore, isn't that? Oh, that's really good. I think that's going to be the weapon for the guy that we want, but we don't have him. Oh, we got a 4-star here. Okay, we got Badoo again, okay? So what happens is when you get a second of the same character, you can actually use one of the characters and the other, and you can buff that character, make them stronger by unlocking buffs. Because you see, I converted to this. And it'd be a good chance to show you that. Let's look at this 5-star we got here. Sky-ripping Dragon Spine increases all damage by 8% after using Elemental Burst, normal or charged attack. On hit, creates a vacuum blade that does 80% of attack as damage to enemies or along its path. Lasts for 20 seconds or 8 vacuum blades. Wow, that's nuts. 80%, so it's just constantly dealing additional damage. And that's a good looking sword right there. All right, so we got ourselves a 5-star on this one. Happy about that. I was kind of hoping it was the character, but you know what? We'll go again. We'll go again on this. You know what? Actually, we'll go on this one because I think we just used our guaranteed 9-pull on that one. And I've been doing this one a few times. I might have my 9-pull available on this one fairly soon because I do think the guaranteed pulls are in fact separate between them, okay? Well, there's my last Barbara, which is perfect. She's one of the characters we need to talk about. And this is a great time because I'll be able to show you exactly why she's good. Is you need, this is kind of disgusting, but you need like 7 duplicates of her for her to really, really be nuts. So check this out. Let me show you exactly why. This is great timing for this, okay? So if we go back out here and we go to characters, check out Barbara, all right? So let's talk about her first. She's a Hydro character, and she is actually pretty good because if you look at her talents here, I would say she's not like S tier, but she's like A tier for sure. She does Hydro damage, and getting Hydro damage can kind of be hard, to be honest. And she can do AoE Hydro damage, which again, getting AoE damage can be kind of rough. But if you look here, this move is really nice. So it does a loop, okay? But how that loop works is the normal attacks heal all party members and nearby allied characters for a certain amount of HP, which scales with her max HP. So she can get more and more HP, meaning you can put like the adventurer's artifacts on her early and get her to heal like crazy for, you know, for the low amounts, right? Right in the beginning, for when you just start, you can heal like crazy. Regenerates a certain amount of certain characters' HP at regular intervals, which is wonderful. Applies the wet status to the character and enemies who come in contact with them, okay? There you go. So basically her move both hurts enemies as well as helps you, as well as applying the wet status. So it's a really good all-around move. Now check this out here as well. The Shiny Miracle heals friendly forces in all parties for a large amount of HP that scales with her max HP too. So again, huge AoE heal. That's again why we don't really like Noelle, the healer, because there's another character out there that does the healing, and you can get this character for free just by hitting Adventurer rank 20 right now, all right? So let's go ahead and back out of that. Now check this out. So here's the reason I want her, is because if you go to her constellation, the very last one, everything dedicated to you, let's activate that bad boy. What does that do? Check it out. When Barbara is not on the field and one of her party member falls, automatically revives this character, fully regenerates this character HP to 100%. This effect can only occur once every 15 minutes. From now on, whatever character you're playing automatically gets revived, just like that. Okay, pow, you did it. And for that reason, that's nuts. I mean, when you're fighting bosses and stuff, you just get free revive right in the middle of it. You don't have to use food or anything. Plus, food has a lockout, and it's only every 15 minutes. It's not every hour. It's not, I thought it would be like every hour. I'm surprised they didn't make it something higher, but 15 minutes? I mean, you don't die every 15 minutes. She's really, really good, okay? Now, this guy, Xingqiu, I actually think he might be a little bit underrated. I haven't really seen people talking about him personally, and I think that's because he's rather unexciting when you read his moves. But his basic attack's all right. He's just a, like, rapid strike, okay? It's not really anything exciting, but he does, in fact, have an interesting mechanic with him, which is this is his E, okay? Performs twin strikes with his sword, dealing Hydra damage. At the same time, it creates these rain swords, and those rain swords orbit the character. They have the following properties, okay? It takes damage, it reduces the damage, and then also increases his resistance here. And that kind of stacks as well, and you can see here it goes up to 24%. The initial maximum rain sword number is 3, yada, 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 and you can buff this up. As you can see, you can go to constellations, you can increase the number of swords, etc. So where are these swords? What does that look like? So here you go, okay? Here's the character. See, I got these 4 swords floating around me, right? Meaning these guys are going to take a little bit of damage from me. You change characters. Look, there it is. Here we go. Okay, let's get the swords back up, right? Pow, there's the swords. Okay, swords are up. Change characters. And look, the swords are still there, okay? They stay for a portion of time. Meaning, you don't really have to... You don't have to use what he's bad at in order to use what he's good at, which is reducing your damage. So all you really need to do, right? Look, it wasn't off cooldown. The move wasn't off cooldown, right? We swap back. Look, it's off cooldown. Pow. 20 seconds now. Okay. Now watch, the swords are going to flow around. Stay with me. Now what happens is you just go back. Now it's only 14 seconds. You see the cooldowns, because it's time-based, not like if the character's out time-based. You can use these characters that kind of have what you would think like, you know, they're unexciting, but their moves are actually quite good. Now his super move here, I will say again, is actually kind of not exciting reading, but it's actually good because look here, let me read it, okay? And I think this is why people are sleeping on him a little bit. It's because look, initiate rainbow blade work and fight using illusionary sword rain while creating the maximum number of rain swords. So again, you get your rain swords, okay? So that's 4 into 4, all right? Normal attacks would trigger consecutive sword rain attacks dealing hydro damage. So now you can do hydro damage with your basics. And rain swords will remain at maximum number throughout the ability's duration, meaning you get your maximum damage reduction, okay? So for that reason, when you use this, you can get yourself all the way to 24% damage reduction and stay there for quite a bit by stacking. Then you do your E, and then you do your Q when it runs out, right? Then you do your E again, so you can keep those up, kind of like with the bird, okay? Check out this passive. When he crafts character talent material, has a 25% chance to refund a portion of the crafting material used. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Means if you get this character early, when you're doing anything for your crafting, you get 1/4 of it back. That's massive efficiency, okay? There's a lot of really good things about some of these characters built into the passives. So make sure you actually read your passives, because if you look here, Mona, crafts weapon decision, 25% chance to refund. You see how some of these characters actually have these, which again, makes massive, massive efficiency right in the beginning. Look at this, Wind Rider decreases all party members' gliding stamina by 20%, so you can replace Amber and now put him in. I mean, to be honest, this game's not pay to win, but some of these characters are just honest to God insane, okay? And the one that keeps coming to my mind over and over and over again is the same electricity chick. I really think you should go and try to get this character, okay? Because this character is really good. Look here, when dispatched on expedition and monster at time consumed is reduced by 25%, so she does expeditions 25% faster. You can do the math, right? So while that's not an amazing passive, in my personal opinion, okay, because I don't really think the expedition's the reason she's good. I think the reason she's good is because she's just flat good when it comes to damage and consistent electric DPS, and she uses a bow, which is really nice too. And she's 4-star. So really, I think if you have to take something home from this video other than just me kind of rambling and explaining all these characters, is if you pull this character, and you're trying to play cheaply, maybe just stop. You know what I mean? Maybe just get a 4-star from the banner up, try to get her, do a couple poses, and just stop, okay? And speaking of pose, we actually have another couple pose, if I remember correctly. So let's go back to the shop here, and let's nail it. How many more gems we got here? We have, oh, we got 2 pose left. Okay, nice. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna do a couple more of these guys. Should we do it on, yeah, I think we have the up. I think we have the guaranteed here, because we just got a golden from the other banner, so I think we have to go to one of these now. Let's skip this animation here. Can we skip it? No. What's our 4-star we got? Oh, 4-star bow, the stringless. Oh, I've already had one of those, okay. So when you get multiple of the weapons, you can refine them, right? Put them into each other. Go ahead and just get through these. Any more 4-stars? There's all 3, yep, all 3 in just that one. All right, we're gonna do one more here, and we're gonna hope to God. Give us a gold. Nope, another purple. Skip it, skip confirmed. Oh wow, we got 2 4s, okay. So we got, who is this chick actually? Oh, we got Sucrose. This is great. I didn't have her yet. And so she's another Animo character or whatever it is. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure how her moves work. I don't think I've read her. So let's go ahead and look at it here. 4 attacks using wind spirits. Okay. Yep, and then she does the AoE like everyone else. Creates small wind spirits to deal the Nemo damage and an AoE. Pose them toward the location of the wind spirit before launching them. I see. Okay, so she kind of does a smaller version of what the other guy does. Hurls an unstable concoction that creates a large wind spirit. While it persists, the large wind spirit will continuously pull and launch nearby enemies. So she basically does what the other person does. She's kind of like a mini version of that. And when she crafts character and weapon enhancements, she has a 10% chance to double the production. Oh, wow. Okay. That's actually really good. Okay. So that's not bad. That's actually quite an interesting character. I don't know if she's good, to be honest with you. If we look at our handy-dandy little tier list that we had open, the tier list says, that she's B tier. But I haven't had really a chance to play with her quite yet. It looks like here, what other moves? Do anything quite nuts? Triggers an element absorption. All party members gain 20% elemental damage bonus for the corresponding absorbed elemental during. I see. So you get, well, to be honest, that doesn't really seem that exciting. She seems okay. I'm not like terribly excited about her. She might be like a cheapo version, I think, of Vinti. Now, what's cool about this is when you get one of these characters and you already have her maxed out, look, you get the masterless star glitter, right? So what we can do is we can take that star glitter and we can use it once again on the shop for more polos, which I'm pretty sure I have already done. But you can go in here and pick up more. As you can see, I got 35 of these, so I could get 7 more of these, or, you know, Stardust. You can buy more here too as well. That's going to do it for this video. If you want to see another video of Genshin Impact where I teach you random things and talk about characters and open stuff, please do subscribe or leave a comment telling me what you enjoyed, or you can just hit the thumb. Or you can do nothing and tell me to go myself. Either way, I hope you have a great day.